guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Bayern Munich have told Zahavi, Lewandowski's agent, and Lewandowski himself that they will not sell him this summer. Whether he renews his contract or not, they refuse to sell him at any price, which of course forces Barcelona's hand to sign another forward this summer, who could be Raphinha. The club are waiting to see what happens with Leeds, whether they get relegated or stay in the Premier League. But Raphinha will always be a target. But with Lewandowski likely staying at Bayern Munich this summer, the club will have to look for another striker. But of course, alongside a striker, the main priority for Barcelona this summer is to reinforce the defense. They want to sign 3 more defensive players alongside Andreas Christensen, the main candidates being Marcos Alonso and Azpilicueta, but also we have some rumors about João Cancelo, Danilo, Aymeric Laporte, and also Lisandro Martinez. But the players have to come in this summer, we do have to depart some players from the current squad, and right now Lenglet is the main candidate. He has numerous amount of offers to leave Barcelona. The question is, will he do so or not? And Adama most likely will leave the club this summer. The club will not buy him. The question now is, can they do a swap deal or maybe another loan for Adama Traore? If they can't, Adama will go back to Wolves and end his chapter at Barcelona. We have some contract renewal updates, of course, on Roberto, Gavi, and Ousmane Dembele. And lastly, Barcelona have written up a plan for the future of Pablo Torre this summer. He will do preseason with the first team, and after that, there are 3 options for him, which of course will come down to the final decision of Xavi. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes on this video. It'd be very much appreciated. Also make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. The first player that we have been linked with is of course Robert Lewandowski. Firstly coming in from Mateo Morito from Sky Sports, he's come out saying that Lewandowski to Barcelona is still very open. No changes so far since that first meeting between Zahavi, his agent, and Bayern Munich, but very soon there will be another meeting between Lewandowski's agent Zahavi and the Bayern Munich board. So of course, about a week ago now, the first meeting took place, and now there'll be a new meeting coming up next week where they will discuss his contract renewal. But DiMarzio has come out saying that Bayern Munich will not sell Robert Lewandowski in the summer and have already told the player and his agent of their decision. So right now, whether they renew his contract or not, Bayern Munich will not sell Lewandowski this summer. Of course, Oliver Kahn, the sport director, has come out saying this in the media multiple times, saying that you don't let a player who scores 30 or 40 goals per season go for free, or even for 30, 40, 50 million euros. So we'll wait and see. He's still the top priority for Barcelona. Joan Laporta is desperate to sign him. We are in the race, and we are also offering the contract that Robert Lewandowski and his agent want as well. But again, this whole entire situation is in the control of Bayern Munich. At the end of the day, no matter what, they will have the final decision. So we'll have to wait and see. Of course, DiMarzio, very, very reliable, probably one of the top 10 journalists, I would say, in the world. And he's saying Bayern Munich do not want to sell Lewandowski this summer under any circumstances, whether he renews his contract or not. So we'll have to wait and see. But Lewandowski still remains a top priority for Barcelona this summer. Now, another target for Barcelona in that attacking position who we are pursuing right now is the Brazilian winger from Leeds, Raphinha. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Raphinha's priority this summer is to move to Barcelona. Barcelona know this, but they won't make a move until they know which division Leeds United will play in next season, the Premier League or the Championship. The Brazilian is willing to charge a lower salary at Barcelona, but Ousmane Dembele's continuation at Barcelona could also play a key role in the club's possibility to move for Raphinha. Now, with Adama Traore set to leave the club this summer, I think we need to bring in a winger no matter what, and I think Raphinha is that perfect option. Now, here's what I think. If Leeds stay up and Ousmane Dembele stays, I don't think Raphinha will come unless we get a good deal. If Leeds get relegated and Ousmane Dembele stays, I think Raphinha will come. But if Ousmane Dembele leaves, no matter what situation, I think Barcelona will go for Raphinha 100%. It all right now depends on Ousmane Dembele's contract renewal and whether or not Leeds United get relegated to the Championship from the Premier League. If they do so, Raphinha's price will be his release clause of 25 million euros, which of course for his quality is fantastic, and no doubt Barcelona have the money for that. But if Leeds do stay up in the Premier League, they're probably going to ask for around 50, 60 million euros, and Barcelona do have that money, but the question is, you spend all of that on a backup for Ousmane Dembele? That's where the question comes in. So we'll have to wait and see. Of course, a few more weekends of the Premier League left. Leeds United right now are on the ropes, or I think they're on goal difference staying in the Premier League right now. It is very, very close between them, Burnley, and Everton. We'll have to wait and see. I'm kind of hoping for them to get relegated because I think if he comes in, it would be a perfect signing for Barcelona. And I believe at his 25 million euro release clause, the club will sign him whether Ousmane Dembele stay or not. But again, this whole entire operation will depend on whether or not Leeds United are in the Premier League next season or not. Now, along with Lewandowski and also Raphinha as well, another priority for Barcelona this summer is to reinforce the defense in every single position: right back, left back, and center back. Firstly, Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona want to reinforce the defense, and both Marcos Alonso and Cesar Azpilicueta want to join Barcelona this summer. Right now, both players are out of contract in 2023, and they hope that Chelsea will let them leave for a small fee this summer, but they don't have any owner right now. Now, when we say small fee, are we saying like 10 million for both, or are we saying like 10 million for each? Because I'm not a fan of this Marcos Alonso rumor. I've said this before and I say it again. I think there's, 5 other left backs who are better than him, but if he's the last resort, I understand that. If the player wants to come to Barcelona, that's great. Doesn't mean that Barcelona have to sign him. But I do think Azpilicueta is a different story. But on Alonso, man, I don't know why the club are so interested in him. He's 31 years old. He's coming to the end. We need to get some young players in this team, man. I am sick and tired of signing players who are finished, even whether or not their contract expires next year or 10 seasons from now. We gotta invest properly. With Alonso, I don't think it will happen, but I do think the club are interested. But of course, out of the two, I think right now Azpilicueta is leading the race. Nathan Gibson from the UK has come out saying that Cesar Azpilicueta had a verbal agreement in place with Barcelona even before Chelsea was sanctioned. So Azpilicueta's priority before the club got sanctioned was to come to Barcelona this summer, but now of course the operation is going to be difficult. What we're hearing in the Barcelona media right now is that Azpilicueta is a priority over Alonso because Xavi really wants him, but the club do like Alonso a lot. Now, keep in mind, we're going to have to pay some money for both these players. They're out of contract next summer in June 2023. Of course, Alonso, that's when his contract expires, and Azpilicueta's contract got automatically extended about a month ago. So both of them are going to cost something this summer. The question now is how much and how much will Barcelona pay for both these two players. I would not pay more than 10 million euros for both players. Honestly, I think if we pay anything more than that, it is absolutely ridiculous. I would go for Azpilicueta, sign for under 10 million euros, and then move on and sign, Ronaldo, Javi Galán, anyone else really at left back for 15 million euros. That's what all their prices are currently at right now. I think Alonso, hopefully we get outpriced for that, but we'll wait and see. But those are the priorities right now. In the left back position, Alonso, Javi Galán, and Ronaldo. In the right back position, it is Cesar Azpilicueta. But let's not talk about the center back position. Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo came out saying that FC Barcelona are searching for a high-level center back because the team's defense situation worries the club a lot. And Alfredo Martinez came out back in that statement as well, saying that Barcelona will reinforce 3 defensive positions this summer alongside Andreas Christensen. To me, that is music to my ears. So the club want to sign another center back alongside Christensen, also sign a right back and a left back as well, which of course we all know the squad desperately needs. And of course we are pending the long let Umtiti Mingueza exits as well. And I remember wondering who's going to be the new right back, the new left back, the new center backs. We have been linked with quite a few, so I'll go through them quickly. Firstly, in the right back position, Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona have collected information about João Cancelo or Danilo as possible options for the right back position. Now, Cancelo is one of the best, not even one of, he's probably the best right back in the world right now, or left back, wherever you want to put him. We were linked with him a lot when he was at Valencia, even when he went to Inter Milan and went to Juventus as well. I tell you what, since 2015, the club have been following João Cancelo, and we could have signed him on multiple occasions, but in the end we didn't. I think that transfer is a 0% chance this summer. Danilo is a different story. I think he's available. I think you have a price for him, of course. He's, a very versatile player as well. We've already renewed Roberto. I cannot see either of these two players coming in. I think it'll be Azpilicueta at right back, and then Des staying and Dani Alves staying as well. I think the fact that the club are looking at these two players is a good sign, but I think in the end, João Cancelo, no chance, and of course Danilo, there is a chance for the right price, and if the club go for him. Now in the center back position, of course we all know right now there is a mystery center back that Barcelona are trying to sign. He's not Spanish, it's not Romagnoli, it's not De Ligt, and it's also not Lisandro Martinez, where there has been a report about another center back, which is of course an opinion of the journalist Victor Navarro. He came out saying that Aymeric Laporte has always wanted to join Barcelona, but now he must push for the departure from Manchester City because the club will not pay a high transfer fee for him. Now we saw this very well with Ferran Torres as well. Man City did not want to sell him, and then he went up to Man City and said, look, I want to leave and I want to join Barcelona. And that's when Man City opened talks with Barcelona and came to an agreement for 55 million euros, paid in 4 installments. We could do the same with Aymeric Laporte, but he has to push for the move. Again, not a rumor right now. This is the opinion of a journalist, but of course, I think Aymeric Laporte would be a great center back to come to Barcelona, Spanish as well. But right now, he's not that mystery center back that Barcelona are going for. Again, he's not Spanish, it's not Ramagnoli, and it's not De Ligt, and it's also not this man, Lisandro Martinez. But Mateo Morita from Sky Sports came out saying that Lisandro Martinez could leave Ajax this summer if they receive a good offer, but right now, he is not a priority for Barcelona, which kind of sucks. I think Martinez is a fantastic center back, but again, he could leave Ajax this summer. Of course, his plan right now is to stay at Ajax, play the World Cup in November, and then maybe next summer move on. But of course, we have to make that right offer in the summer. So we'll have to wait and see. I think his transfer is difficult, but the club right now, along with Lewandowski, are prioritizing reinforcing the defense by signing a right back, left back, and also another center back alongside Andreas Christensen. Now, a position for Barcelona this summer that isn't the priority is the midfield, but of course, over the past 24 hours, there has been a lot of talk about Carlos Soler, the Spanish Valencia midfielder, and apparently there was an agreement for 20 million euros, and he would join Barcelona if Frenkie De Jong left, if we sold Frenkie De Jong. But currently, Gerard Ribeiro came out saying there's nothing close between Barcelona and Carlos Soler at the moment. But of course, there's no doubt right now that the club are interested, and they have talked recently over the past week or so. I think he's decent as, Frenkie De Jong replacement, sure, but right now, I said this 1,000 times over the past few videos, I'll say it again, the midfield is stocked. Busquets, Kessie, Nico, Gavi, Pedri, Frenkie, Roberto. Those are the current 7 midfielders in the squad. Of course, pending Riqui Puig leaves the club this summer as well. 7 midfielders for a 3-man position. There's no room for Soler, but of course, if someone does leave, for example, maybe Nico on loan, Frenkie De Jong gets sold, and maybe he can come in. But I think the loan of Riqui Puig is not enough for Carlos Soler to come in. But you never know. We'll wait and see. The club are interested, but as of right now, no full agreement. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Firstly, Clement Lenglet. Sport have come out saying that Clement Lenglet has received offers from several Premier League clubs, and also Sevilla, his former club, could also look for his return if Jules Koundé or Diego Carlos leave. Barcelona, no doubt, want to sell the player this summer, and he will study offers at the end of the season. So we already knew this, of course, but I shared this news with you because I want you to know that if Clement Lenglet stays, it is at the end of the day his decision. He has a contract at Barcelona until what, like 2025, 2026, something ridiculous like that. So if he stays at Barcelona, it will be his decision. The club cannot force him out. Well, they can try their best, but at the end of the day, Clement Lenglet has the upper hand. So we'll wait and see with Clem. I think he's got to leave the club this summer. He's not playing any minutes whatsoever. And of course, Pique, Araujo, Eric Garcia, Christensen are already in the squad, and another center back is going to be coming in very, very likely. So there's 5 center backs ahead of him in the squad right now, no doubt about that. So it's up to him. 100k a week, it'd be fantastic to get rid of him because first of all, he's shy, and second of all, get those wages off the wage bill as well and get some money in. But we'll have to wait and see. At the end of the day, for this situation, it is down to Clement Lenglet. The next player who is most likely to leave Barcelona this summer is Adama Traore, who is currently on loan from Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League. Having Miguel from EXITS came out saying that Barcelona will not execute the option to sign Adama Traore permanently at the end of the season, as we will expect at around 30 million euros. Very, very unlikely. Now, we saw in the Real Mallorca match on the weekend that Adama was very, very mad after the game because he did not come on as a sub, and he's arguing with Oscar Hernandez, one of Chavez's manager. I think he's actually his brother. He was arguing with him after the match when they were doing the subs always do practice after the game to stay up to fit, and he was mad during that. So you can understand that. Of course, he had a fantastic start at Barcelona, but in the end, couldn't really materialize. If you go back to the transfer video that I made when he was officially announced, I said, look, he needs like 10 goals and 10 assists to stay at Barcelona. Otherwise, just a quick fix coming in, and in the end, that is a reality. But I would not rule out another loan again this summer. It depends on Raphinha and Dembele, of course, but I would not rule that out. And also, we could try and, push for a Trincao swap deal, maybe add Riqui Puig in there as well. The club like Adama, Xavi trusts him, but the problem is they do not want to spend that 30 million euros on him. They think for 30 million euros, he's not worth it. But for a Trincao swap, Riqui Puig swap in there as well, he is worth it. So we'll wait and see, but right now the option to buy him will not be executed. He could still stay at Barcelona for another loan maybe, or maybe a player swap deal. Now, along with the first team, there are also some Barcelona B players who could leave the club this summer, mainly Abde and Ferran Jutgla, who both came into the squad near the end of December, beginning of January, and played a lot of matches. They're doing well for Barcelona B, and the club could sell them or loan them out this summer. Firstly, on Abde, coming in from Juan Martí, he's come out saying the idea for Abde is to start the preseason with the first team, and then a decision will be made on his future at the club, whether to sell him or loan him. So very, very unlikely that Abde will be at the first team next season. He either go out on loan or be sold. No doubt we've received offers of over 10 million euros for him. The question now is, will the club accept those in the summer or not? Roberto from Sport also came out saying that Abde's future is also being controlled by Jorge Mendes. The Portuguese super agent has a very good relationship with Abde's current agent and will play a big role in the movement in the upcoming transfer window regarding the winger. So again, another Barcelona B player with Jorge Mendes, not his agent so to speak, but in and around his agent as well. Again, for Abde, very, very simple. He will do the preseason with the first team, and then after that they will decide sell him or send him out on loan for the rest of the season. Now, another Barcelona B player who's in the exact same position as Abde is of course Ferran Jutgla. Sport came out saying that many clubs from La Liga and abroad are asking about Ferran Jutgla's situation after his good performances this season. Barcelona are considering extending his contract, which ends right now this summer in June the 30th, and then selling him again. Now, this could be a very, very strong tactic from Barcelona. You have to remember, by the way, that Ferran Jutgla is 23 years old. Pedri's younger than him, Gavi's younger than him, Nico's younger than him. He's one of the older players in Barcelona B. We've seen this a lot, over the past few seasons. We saw Ray Manai as well last season as well. He's pretty old for a player that's playing in Barcelona B, and the club know that. So I think Jutgla, unfortunately, sad for him, he does not have a future at Barcelona. What will happen this summer is the club will renew his contract. That way, they can sell him for more money, or maybe just let him go for free. We'll have to wait and see. But overall, Gerardo Miro has come out saying that there are offers on the table for both Ferran Jutgla and Abde this summer, and the club will analyze it after preseason, which of course is understandable. Most likely both these two players will do preseason with Barcelona, and then of course the decision will come afterwards. But at the moment, I would say that Abde is closer to a low move than he is being sold, and Ferran Jutgla, very, very likely that he will be let go this summer. Let's now discuss the players who are likely to stay past this summer at Barcelona. Firstly is Frenkie De Jong. Candace have come out saying that Frenkie De Jong has very good feelings after the conversation with Xavi and feels confident. The talk with Xavi and the good game against Real Mallorca on Sunday helped him to continue at Barcelona. Again, Frenkie is in the same situation. He will only leave the club this summer if a big offer comes in. But then again, when that big offer comes in, Frenkie De Jong, similar to Clement Lenglet, will also have the upper hand as well. He will decide yes or no. But Barcelona accept that offer, then he will probably most likely say, okay, I will leave. But again, that offer has to come in. Look at Barcelona, preparing for Carlos Soler operation, thinking that, oh, maybe that offer will come in for Frenkie De Jong. There are reports coming out saying that, look, Barcelona are kind of hoping for that offer to come in. That way they can negotiate it, make some profit, and then sell Frenkie De Jong and bring in Carlos Soler. But again, when that offer comes in, we'll discuss it, we'll talk about it. But at the moment for Xavi, it's very, very clear that Frenkie De Jong is untransferable. Now, player for Xavi and Barcelona who is untransferable, but also untouchable as well, is Ferran Torres. Javi Mingueza from EXITS came out saying that Xavi is clear that Ferran Torres has been Barcelona's best signing of the season. Xavi largely values Ferran's understanding of positional play and the way he implements the coach's instructions on the pitch. His confidence in Ferran is total. Am I surprised by this? Absolutely not. I think Ferran Torres' performances overall have been good, but I think just in front of goal, he has been very, very poor. And I think over the past few games, he has lacked a bit of confidence. But from Xavi's perspective, I completely understand why Ferran Torres is his best signing. I think his, positional play, his build-up play has been superb. Again, it's just in front of goal that he needs to improve upon. And there's no doubt that Ferran Torres is going to be one of the future players in Xavi's project, and definitely under no circumstances will not be sold this summer. He will be untouchable and untransferable for the next few seasons. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, on the contract renewal of Sergi Roberto. Victor Navarro from Cope has come out saying the final details of Roberto's one-year contract renewal are currently being finalized. They hope to have it solved shortly to make it official as soon as possible. And also Fabrizio Romano has come out confirming this as well. Roberto 100%. The question now is, will there be an option for another season? How's that option going to play out from both the players based on, variables, based on performances, and also what's the exact wage cut as well? 40%, 50%, or 60%. It's somewhere around there for sure, but in the end, he will be a squad player role contract. He's not going to be on big wages, and it will be only a 1-year extension as well. So I'll have to wait and see for those final details, but in the end, Roberto will be staying at Barcelona for one more season, and Barcelona have yet again completed another contract renewal. The next and final contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of both Pablo Gavi and Ousmane Dembele, and after the club sealed a deal for Roberto and signed his renewal, their full focus will be on both players. Firstly, on Pablo Gavi, coming in from Mundo Deportivo, they've come out saying that Barcelona plan to meet with Gavi's agent this week and continue to bring the positions closer and even try and reach an agreement. There is a lot of optimism. Barcelona consider his renewal a priority and want to shield him as well with the exclusive €1 billion release clause. And also Mateo Merito and Fabrizio Romano have both come out saying the key meeting between Barcelona and Gavi's agent for his contract renewal will be held at the end of this week. Now, we do play on Saturday. The question now is, will he meet with the club on Friday or Sunday? Either way, it will be happening this week, by the end of this week at some point, as the club look to seal Gavi's renewal by the end of this week. That would be absolutely huge. I don't think it's going to happen. I think the meeting will happen is the meeting will take place. It'll be very, very good. And they'll need another meeting to seal the deal as well. If it gets done this week, though, absolutely fantastic. But of course, Ousmane Dembele's contract renewal is a bit more complicated. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona are still looking for an economic formula to make a new offer to Ousmane Dembele that will fit in the club's wage structure and also be close to his demands as well. The player has already lowered his demands, and currently PSG are interested and have offered Ousmane Dembele the contract that he and also his agent Moussa Sissoko want. So again, with Dembele, it's still a bit complicated. We're trying to find a way to fit him into the new wage structure and also keep his demands happy as well. But again, Adama Traore and Raphinha are both lingering in the background to see what happens with Dembele, as currently Dembele is the main priority for Barcelona out of those, of course, 3 players. But again, they will focus on Gavi first and then Ousmane Dembele. We'll have to wait and see. I think in the end, Gavi will stay, but Dembele will not. But again, there's no doubt right now the club are trying. There's good harmony, but in the end, Dembele's renewal will be very, very complicated. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is about the future of one of our new signings, Pablo Torre, in that midfield as well. We talk about Carlos Soler. There is no way he's going to be coming in, especially with Pablo Torre coming in as well. Now, the big question is, where will he play next season? Barcelona B, Barcelona first team, or even go back on loan to Racing Santander? Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona want Pablo Torre to start the preseason with the first team under Xavi, although the idea right now is to register him with Barcelona B. Torre will soon start to look for a new house in Barcelona, and also talking more about Barcelona in the media as well. Now, Sport came out back in that statement, but also adding that Barcelona have 3 possibilities for Pablo Torre this summer. Firstly, promote him straight away to the first team. Secondly, keep him at Barcelona B, but in the first team dynamic. So he'll be registered as a Barcelona B player like Gavi and Nico this season, like Abde and Jutgla, play Barcelona B games, but of course when you have injuries, all that sort of stuff, he'll come up to the first team, but he'll overchain with the first team week in, week out. Or the third option, loan him back to Racing. The decision will be taken after preseason when Xavi has a chance to work with him and talk with him as well. So Pablo Torre in the same situation as Abde. He will do the first team training sessions in the preseason, and then after that, Xavi will decide on what to do. Load him out, keep him at Barcelona B/first team, or promote him straight away for the first team as well. We'll wait and see, but no doubt currently Pablo Torre's future will be at Barcelona as we signed another gem in that midfield. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to firstly, about Bayern Munich refusing to sell Lewandowski, who would you go for as that backup option? Jesus, Lukaku, Darwin Nunez, whoever it may be? And also on Raphinha, would you only sign him if Leeds get relegated, or would you also go for him as well if Leeds stay up in the Premier League? Secondly, on the defensive reinforcements that we're looking at, Alonso, Azpilicueta, maybe Lisandro Martinez, Danilo, who do you think is more ideal to come in? Also, what are your thoughts about Azpilicueta and Alonso coming in, and what would you pay for both players? Thirdly, on departures, on Adama, firstly, would you try and maybe loan him again to Barcelona this summer, or just let him go completely? And on Lenglet, would you force him to leave, maybe even terminate his contract? And finally, on the plan of Pablo Torre, what are your thoughts about that? I think Barcelona have a good plan for him or not? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.